Hey everybody, Jim here. Well, I was looking for a movie to see during my break, and I thought I'd check out a horror movie since it was near Halloween time. And I saw that the new Ouija movie, Ouija Origins of Evil, was getting very good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm like, I guess I'll check it out to fill in my break time. And I did. Ouija Origin of Evil is a movie made by Hasbro. Yes, the Ouija board is a toy made by Hasbro. It has no roots in the occult. The fucking thing doesn't contact the spirit world. It's a load of bullshit. And as we all well know about movies made by Hasbro, Hasbro has gave us quality movies like this and this. Stop making movies! But in all seriousness, though, this movie I thought was, as far as a horror movie goes, okay. I kind of see why it got positive reviews, but I don't think it really deserved them. Well, there are some really positive things about this movie, particularly mostly in the first two-thirds of this movie. For one, the child acting is really good. The characters are all very believable people. They're all, well, up until the end where they kind of go off the rails, but for most of this movie, these are well-developed characters who you actually do give a shit about. And that's something that's a little bit too rare in modern horror movies. So that's something I really like, but the plot is just kind of a mess of cliches. Let's see, you have a fake phony psychic who encounters real supernatural elements later that she didn't believe in. Oh, couldn't have seen that coming? And this is just kind of a thing of horror movies in the modern era. A possessed kid who, of course, faced distorted by some rather cheap CGI. I read a study on what really scares people the most, and Hollywood obviously knows this, is a perversion of the normal. You present something that should look a certain way, but then you twist it a little bit, but not too much. And that makes the audience scared. Seeing something that should be sweet and innocent like a child being twisted and looking all freaky all of a sudden, that does succeed in getting a jump scare out of the audience. But I just find it kind of lazy. I honestly was into this movie, and up until the end, I was really thinking this movie would set up a really good ending. Alright, that it would lead to a certain form of redemption or even a feel-good moment, but no. The movie's ending is so goddamn mean-spirited. I know this is a horror movie, okay? It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, nor should it be. But I don't see any value inherently in a twist, mean-spirited ending. There was another movie I saw a few years ago that was pretty similar. This one called The Last Exorcism, which, if it had just ended 10 minutes sooner, I think it would have actually been a good movie. But no, it had to throw on this nonsensical BS twist ending, which ruined the whole fucking thing. This movie's twist ending is nowhere near as bad as that one, but it's kind of a similar thing. It just felt the need to have to end with a jump scare, of course. And that's so not where this movie and these characters should have led to in the end. And I haven't seen the first one from 2014. It got really bad reviews, so I just never bothered. I mean, it just seemed stupid. From what I hear, this one's like a prequel to that one and doesn't really require you see it in order to understand this movie. So I'll probably see the original soon enough, and maybe that'll change my opinion on this movie a little bit, but I doubt it will be that much. But it's certainly not the worst horror movie I've seen. I mean, I've seen so many really, really shitty horror movies. This one is not a really shitty horror movie. This does a few things really well. Up until the end, where some characters do things that are really stupid, and of course the BS twist ending, which I'm just sick of that shit. Maybe I'm just not really a fan of this genre as much as some people are, and maybe I'm just too much of a hardened skeptic to really be too scared by a bunch of supernatural elements. But yeah, it didn't really do as much for me as I feel it could have. Well, those are my quick thoughts on Ouija. Everyone, have a happy Halloween. Bye.